What you are witnessing right now is live at Nature Spill. This is a box that is about to get colonized by a very strong swarm. As you can see, they're trying to settle down. This particular set of bees have actually colonized the box over there. But what happened was that the number of frames inside that box was not up to 10, because the 10th frame Langstroth hive was not up to 10. We have like 5 frames there. So they started, to build, combs from under the lid of the, of the top, under the lid of the box. So I cut them out, and we framed them. We framed the combs inside the actual frames, and I blocked the entrance. But that was yesterday. But now that I came there today, they actually moved. They've moved. I don't know how they find their way out of the box. They moved out of the box and hang on a tree branch over there. So now that I just went there to to check how are they doing. Hope they have not abscond the box, because when you do such a thing, it's a 50-50 chance. There's 50% chance that they will stay in the box, and there's a 50% chance that they are going to leave. So, but luckily for me, they abscond that box only for them to come and colonize another box right here. So this is an 100% win for me, because when you are actually disturbing the frame, frames of the combs of the bees, it's most of the times they absconded, and if you are able to get them inside another box, then that's it's a luck in of itself. So I count myself very lucky for them to leave one box only for them to colonize another box in my apiary. So it is happening live right here. This is a box being colonized by bees live at Nature Spill. This is live right here. This is live. Thank God I have a box close to the other box. So from my own experience and from what I learned, and the experience I've had, and what my organs at the top have taught me, is that the 90% of time when bees abscond a particular box, a particular hive in an apiary, 90% of the time they move away from the total area and look for another area to to settle down and look for a new home to colonize. But in this case, they were actually moving from a box in the same area only for them to colonize another box in the same area as well. So this happening is a very rare occurrence, and once again I count myself very lucky. So this is how it happens live. Colonization of a beehive box. Actually, when bees are in the swarming and absconding mood, they are not that aggressive. They are not concerned about you. They are only concerned about the job at hand. So often you won't get stung even if you go close to them. Although me, I'm well suited though. I know they take that kind of chance, sure. So here they are. This is live. This is life. So another thing I want to point out is that if you look at this area, you notice that the bees are hanging on each other, hanging on each other. So in the bee biology, they call this, hanging on each other, they call it festooning. They also do that when they're trying to build comb. Some researchers say that they use it in order to measure the dimension of the comb, because if you all know that the cells in the combs are of the same area. Each cells are of the same area. For example, if a cell is to be worker cells, those worker cells are of the same sizes. If it's a drone cells, those drone cells are of the same sizes. So they use this festooning act, to actually measure those cells to the last detail. And of course so I think that's what the festooning is all about. So now let me take you to the hive that I actually messed with yesterday, which caused them absconding, only to colonize this one. So this is the box that they absconded. You can see this is the leaves I used to pluck at the entrance when I manipulated the hive yesterday. This bee, I think, is a lost forager bee that was like, wow, where are all the other people now? You can see the box is damn empty. It's empty. Well, no sting me. So these are you can see. So doing this is actually 50% chance that once you messed up with a comb like this, the bees will actually stay, except if they have been very well established, like they've been there like for a long time. Then probably if you mixed up with comb up to this amount, up to this length, they won't abscond. You can see these are the brood that are being aborted. A lot of them are being aborted. Look at the inside. You can see there are a lot of aborted brood. But I have to do this because I don't have a choice, because as of yesterday the frames were like this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I think we have like 7 frames. So this side was empty. It's actually due to my own error, because I should have filled this place. So when they moved in, they started building from here. You can see if I put this like this, you can see that it started building from under this lid of the empty space. And for a Langstroth hive, this cannot be allowed to happen, because there's no way I can manage a beehive with this kind of configuration. So I have to cut those combs from this side, from under this lid, and frame them inside this frame. But whenever you manipulate a beehive, especially a young beehive like this, the chances of them actually staying, it's very, 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 very small. I think it's less than 50. You can still see some pollen from these are comb. These are brood. This brood will actually be, they are toast now. Look at the developing brood over here. These ones are capped brood. If you can see them, there are still some eggs. You can see some tiny stuffs here. They look like a grain of rice, very small. So those are the eggs. So once they are developing, they grow bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So after some time, when all the resources they have has been put inside the cells, the brood is being covered up in order to allow it to pupate and develop into an adult brood. So an adult bee. So up here, this orange yellow substance right here. Some people call it bee bread because it's a mixture of pollen and honey that was mixed together and stored inside the cells. So the other side here too is basically the same thing. So I'll have to take this brood out, this comes out rather, and clean this box up. I can't leave them here like this because they'll start decomposing and flies will move them. So but hopefully very soon this hive will be recolonized by another set of bees, hopefully. So it is well. So I've got the box cleaned up and everything is set now. Now I have 10 frames in there. There's still some wandering forager bees around there. So I removed all the combs and put them there. I'll take them away to extract the wax from there because the brood in there are basically toast. Then although I left some, like this frame here, it doesn't have any egg in it, just pollen, some pollen. So probably this can be like a bait to attract, to be like an attractant for another swarm. So close it up and hopefully in a few days time to get recolonized because the swarming season now it's full-fledged. Because if you look around, most of the shrubs and the grass and the weeds, they are now flowering. So October, November, so this is the swarming period.